reading for you for the new moon in Taurus, right? Aries, at this time, your fire energy, your passion is so dwindled down. Like, I feel like you're feeling heavy, you're feeling hard to move here, right? Like, the passion, like, the excitement, the verb that you had to, like, get up and get going, like, last month is not really here this month. I feel like you're just kind of tired. A lot more subdued here as well. I feel like you could be getting a lot more love, a lot more cuddles at this time, right? I feel like you have there could be a romantic partner that's been surrounding you at this time, and I feel like that's almost like lighting you up, bringing joy, bringing happiness as well. There could have been a reunion here as well. I feel like there's a lot of love, a lot of support. I don't really feel like you're feeling the passion to even get up and like start moving here, right? Like you're happy where you're at, like you're content. I feel like you're practicing the law of being still. I don't know if that's really a law, but we're gonna make it one today. You're really taking time out to like just enjoy yourself, just be happy, be one with the one. I feel like you could be showing your kids a lot more love, a lot more affection, a lot more attention here as well. Yeah, I feel like your home is so happy. I feel like it's so full of love. It's clean. I feel like you're finding peace in spaces that are so unexpected, especially spaces that could have brought you like anxiety before. No, like you're finding peace in these, right? First out, we have mantra. That's what I'm saying. Aries, you're practicing your space. Like I feel like you're being so content, so happy, so peaceful, so full of love here at this time, right? You could be saying different words of affirmation. I feel like you could be talking to spirit a lot more. You could be scratch my nose there. You could be talking to God, making a lot more affirmations for yourself, for your life, where it is you're trying to go. Even if you're not in these spaces, you are still there in your mind. And I feel like that's what's really helping pull these things to you, right? I feel like there's a power of belief here that is really taking care of any want, need, desire that you have as well. You're safe, you're protected, you're loved, you're cared for as well. I feel like if there's been any anxiety of like looking over your shoulder or like fear somebody's gonna like come in and like stop what it is you have going on, like I feel like there's a space here where you could have really been focusing in a lot of like blockages, burdens, like there's been a space here where you've been foreseeing like what is coming for you here, right? But I feel like you felt like there's a barrier here. There's not really an ability to like reach this space. Aries, you're working through that at this time. You could have been getting in your feelings, feeling sad, like, hey, like your manifestations aren't pulling in for you. Aries, that's a lie. That's not true. They are, especially with this mantra space that you have. There's a belief that these things are coming in for you here, right? You're really breaking down blockages, burdens here at this time. Where there had been too much space between you and your dreams, between you and accomplishing what it was you were trying to do. No, that distance is becoming a lot closer here as well, right? And we had the hangman. You had to switch your perspective. It's all about how you were seeing it at this time, right? I feel like you could have, sunburn. I feel like you could have felt, once again, you could have felt like these things were not possible. Like these things never could have happened here, right? It was taking you, shifting your perspective, changing how you were seeing the situation here as well. I feel like you had to get a different angle as to how to really look at the circumstance and situation here, right? Nothing is impossible, especially for you, Aries. I feel like if anybody were to get through these blockages and burdens, it would be you, right? And then we have Ten of Cups. And then we have Ten of Cups. That's the thing, Aries. This happiness, this peace, this joy, this love has always been here for you, right? It's a feeling, it's an emotion, right? Like you could have everything in this picture here, right? And there could still be feeling like there's something missing, right? Like you don't have this, like, you know, like a sense of yearning here as well, right? No, you're realizing like, hey, you have everything you need, everything in your dreams, everything that you could be wishing for. It's in your reach. It's just about how you feel about these things. Aries, I feel like you're realizing like how strong your feelings of emotions are and how quickly you can manifest. You can pull things to you. Yeah, I feel like you have this power of what is that? Where you call something to you and it like almost immediately happens, or what is that? Conjuring. Yeah, I feel like how you conjure things is like out of this world. Like whereas some people might have to wait like 6 months, a year for like what they're really wishing you're like, you know, hoping to happen. No, Aries, these things can happen for you like tomorrow, today. Like it just takes you like focusing, staying patient, like realizing like, hey, these things can happen. And once you remember that, like, oh my goodness, nothing can stop you. I feel like you're gonna have so many victories, so many successes here, right? You know that the distance between you and your goal is just an illusion. as well. Once you, and then we have Queen of Cups. There could be a Queen of Cups around you at this time. They could be helping pull these things to you as well. They could be almost, keep in mind, Queen of Cups, it's the emotion that pulls all of these wonderful, beautiful, magical things to you. There could be a Queen of Cups around you at this time, almost helping you like ground yourself, center yourself, so you can really pull these emotions to you, so that these emotions can become a physical thing so much quicker here as well, right? Once again, I feel like it's the practice of staying patient, of staying still, that I feel like you were missing here, right? Like I feel like there was almost a restless thing where you would just like get up and, you know, like you'd get tired of like waiting, and so you'd move on to something else here, right? Like there was like grit and tenacity that was missing here for you. Not at this time. I feel like there's been a Queen of Cups that's been purposely placed in your life to help ground you, to help get you to where it is you're supposed to be going here, right? With this Five of Cups, we have Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like you could have felt sad because you didn't think that these things were happening for you because you didn't have enough money. I feel like this was like a money issue. Okay, when we're dealing with spirituality here, right? Keep in mind your spiritual beliefs, your emotions, like that, those things manifest physically here, right? So if you're not feeling like these things are possible, they're never going to come to you here as well. And I feel like once again, you're having realizations about that. Your money situation is literally how you're feeling about it here as well. Don't allow yourself to get wrapped up in like these things are happening for you. I feel like that almost like pushes you into a space where you're feeling like you have to work harder. That's not the case. I feel like it's really about you taking time out, rest, retreat, recharge. I feel like you're gonna have like numerous amounts of ideas pouring in for you as to how to make more money here as well. And once you do that, I feel like you're like racking your brain. You're sitting there in your house, like racking your brain, like how can I bring these things to fruition? How can these things like? And I feel like you're coming up with game plans as to how to work harder. That's not what's gonna save you here, right? I feel like it's really resting, retreating, taking some time out for yourself, allowing some things to happen. Stay patient and change how you're viewing the situation. With this Hangman, we have the Three of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, not only was money bothering you, I feel like there could have been a heartbreak that was kind of irking your nerves here. Like I feel like that was creating a tension. I feel like you were feeling restless, you were feeling unhappy. You could have the most beautiful home in the world, and I feel like you could have felt homeless because like this person wasn't there to share it with you. I feel like they're still there. I feel like it's just about you changing your perspective about the situation. I feel like what could have hurt your heart or hurt your feelings here, right, was not really the case. And I feel like once you have some understanding, I feel like you're really going to see the situation a lot differently, really, and that's going to pull you up out of this. Yeah, I feel like you were feeling unnecessarily like broken down, bruised, hurt, like things just weren't really playing out for you here as well. That's not I don't feel like that was really the issue. I don't feel like that was really what was the problem for you. And I feel like once you have some realizations about that, I feel like you're feeling sorry for yourself. And Aries, that's not what's going to pull you through this, right? With this Ten of Cups, we have the Emperor here. Here you are, Aries, with the Ace of Swords. If the Emperor is not you, I feel like there could be an Emperor coming in, bringing some truths here. If this is you as well, I feel like you're finally seeing the truth. You're finally having some realizations as to how you're wanting to play this game of life, how it is you're wanting to show up, who you actually are here as well. The only person that can control your happiness is you, and I feel like you're having some deep understandings about that. I feel like that's really bringing in some clarity for yourself, really strengthening yourself. I feel like there was almost a sense of like lack. You felt like you weren't enough here as well. Like things just like you were too weak. It was a sense of lack. You didn't feel like you had enough. You didn't feel like you were enough. There's a space that you're really needing to go within yourself and remember who you are. Remember what it is you're supposed to be showing up with here as well, right? With the Six of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands and this Nine of Pentacles here, right? You remembered who you are. Keep in mind, this was in this Hangman position, right? Where you're feeling like really broken down, really bruised here, right? Once you remember and kind of take that pain away, take the sting of whatever had happened to you, right? You start remembering like, hey, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you have really great things coming in for you on the horizon here, right? You have more than what anybody else could possibly have. The things that you have power and control over, not many do. Once you have memory of this, you start feeling victorious. You start feeling like, hey, like you actually did win the battle. And I feel like you start walking away from situations that left you feeling beaten down, broken here as well, right? What is this Queen of Cups? That's two. What is this Queen of Cups? We have Temperance. moving forward, instead of getting in your emotions and moving from that space here as well, right? I feel like you're going to start allowing things to come in when it comes to your intuition, holding on to these things, really feeling things out before you truly make a decision, before you make any moves here, right? I feel like there could have been a situation here that's gotten really heavy, really uncomfortable, really sticky here as well. It's something that you're wanting to get out of. There's been an ending here, and I feel like you're taking your time, really feeling things out as to how to move so that you're not really hurting other people's feelings here as well, right? And then we have Two of Swords, yeah. You're not really you're not paying attention to the hurt. You're not paying attention to the problems. You're not paying attention to what could have torn you down, what you've allowed to really happen to this situation here, right? You're just paying attention as to how to get out of this situation, how to help yourself, how to move forward, how to restart your life over again as well. The more you're focusing in on the problems, the more you're going to keep calling those problems to you. And I feel like you realize that here with this Ten of Wands. The more you kept focusing on how am I going to fix this? Like, I feel like the situation became too heavy, overburdensome. It wasn't really worth it for you any longer here, right? And you're really letting it go. You know, the only way to really move out of this situation is to pay it no mind, right? The more you're thinking about things, the more you're feeding it energy, the more these things will transpire, will manifest, will come to pass for you here, right? So I feel like you really start grounding yourself. You really start focusing in on things that are going to be beneficial for you, how you can create a proper foundation for yourself moving forward here as well. And then we have the Devil card with the Justice. At this time, I feel like you are paying extra close mind to the people that you've been surrounding yourself with here as well. If you've been building foundations with people here that are toxic, that have addiction issues, that are controlling, that are manipulative here, right? The universe is really coming in and helping you move away from these things, away from these people here as well, away from these energies. It's time for you to get to a happy space, to have your happily ever after here, right? I don't really feel like the universe is going to allow, and then we have King of Wands on the bottom. I don't feel like the universe is really going to allow people that have hurt you, people that have manipulated you, kind of jerked you around here. The universe is not going to allow these people to come in and mess with you any longer. If these people are toxic, if these people are bad for you, the universe is making a executive decision to not really allow these things to come in for you here any longer. You have been strengthened, right? Clearing debts. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing, by the way. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden, oh yes, of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. I feel like there could have been a lot of people that were like making deals with you, like involving stipulations here, right? Like they were doing these things for you, but I feel like there was like heavy strings attached. Like these were strings that, oh, sorry. These were strings that, sorry, I'm so itchy. These are strings that like were so heavy, were so deep that here's the thing, I don't even think you realize like this is what people were doing, right? I feel like these strings were so thick that these people were braiding these strings, right? And I feel like they were making you feel obligated to do certain things, to go certain places, to be involved with certain things that your intuition was really telling you not to, right? They could have been making you feel guilty, shameful about that here as well, right? I feel like you've been working once again with a lot of devil-like people, and I feel like these are people that were like high-standing members of the community here as well, right? Don't allow these people to make you feel forced to do anything, right? Like, especially if your intuition tells you not to, you stand on that and you don't allow yourself to be moved in situations where you are not comfortable, right? No is a complete sentence, right? All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye.